bracket is 85. Hi everyone, Winnie here. I have owned this portable diesel heater for a year now, mainly using it for camping and as a temporary heat source in my garage during the winter. I'm going to share a simple, non-permanent way to install it in a window without drilling any holes in your wall. Since I only need this heat seasonally, a permanent hole makes no sense. I previously tried running the heater outside, which was insufficient. And last winter, I ran it inside with a basic vent. Now I updated my design to be simpler, safer, and far more efficient. If you are new to these affordable diesel heaters are based on proven designs. They are safe to use, provided you install them correctly with proper venting to avoid carbon monoxide poisoning and fire hazard. Now these all-in-one unit have combustion air coming in, exhaust going out, and warm air blowing out through the outlet. For DIY users, the biggest challenge is safely venting the exhaust and intake pipes. The rule of thumb for venting is keep the exhaust pipe short and minimize 90-degree bends. A clean short run prevents soot and ensure a long life for your heaters. My previous version was an adjustable thin wall panel, but kind of flimsy. Now here's my updated, improved version, built from scrap 3/4 inch plywood. I cut it to a fixed width for a perfect fit. This improved design uses a layered fire barrier for safety. The inner layer is just a 99-cent metal plate from Home Depot. The second layer is aluminum foil with the shiny face facing the heater. And then the last one is a 3/4 inch plywood I cut from scrap. You might be wondering why I don't use the popular stainless steel through-hole fitting. It's got a nice finish on the outside, while it gives a clean look. It requires the exhaust pipe to stop and clamp it here. My solution, the 1-inch curtain rod bracket, allows the exhaust pipe to go right through, maintaining the integrity of the exhaust run. The most important improvement is moving the combustion air intake to the outside as well. This is vital because it eliminates negative pressure in the room, significantly reduces the chance of dangerous carbon monoxide backflow into the space, ensure the heater burns cleanly. In my setup, I have oriented the exhaust pipe and the air inlet in opposite direction outside to prevent the heater from sucking its own exhaust air back in. Finally, a strip of weather stripping at the panel top keeps the window frame airtight. Okay, without further ado, let's finish building this panel and test it. First, I need to drill a 1 1/8 inch hole for the air intake pipe. Then I drill a 2-inch hole for the exhaust pipe so that I will have a 1/2 inch gap between the pipe and the wood. It wasn't too smooth, so I sand it down slightly. Then I need to drill some pilot holes for the curtain rod bracket. Using sheet metal screws, I attach the bracket to the metal plate. Using standard aluminum foil, I fold it twice and trim it to fit the hole. Next is to attach the metal plate to the wood using wood screws. Now it's time to attach a weather stripping to the top. Last step is to clean up the 2-inch hole so that the aluminum foil stays nicely within the hole. Using aluminum reflectix tape, I cover the interior of the hole. This will reflect all the radiant heat from the exhaust pipe. Now the removable panel is ready to install. Installation is easy. Slide the panel into the one side of the window jamb. Then adjust the position so that both ends are rest on the jamb. From the outside, slide the exhaust pipe through the curtain rod bracket. Then line up the heater with the hose. From the inside, push the air inlet pipe through its hole. Then connect the exhaust to the heater and tighten the hose clamps and the bracket's lock screw. Make sure the exhaust is swung to the left and the intake to the right. Then close the window. This unit came with a short outlet pipe. I just use it for this test. I prefer to bring it down lower with a longer one. Okay, I got everything set up. The time is almost 9:56 in the morning. Outside temperature was less than 20 Fahrenheit and inside in the garage right now is 38. On the aluminum foil is 43. Okay, let's start the heater. It's on right away. 9:57. It starts with no issue. I haven't used the heater for several months now. Okay, after 2 minutes, you can hear the clicking sound. After 7 minutes, okay, exhaust pipe is 214 on the aluminum foil, 72. Let me check the bracket. On the bracket it was 85. I'm gonna let it run for 2 hours and come back and see what happened. Right now the garage is still at 38. Okay, it's been 5 hours on high. Let's check the temperature again. 290. Exhaust pipe. Steel bracket. 105. And for the steel plate, 101. And for the aluminum foil, 87. So the aluminum foil is not hot at all. 85. And the wood panel, 73. And the casing is 72. Hot air supply ducts, 150, 136, 142. But the inside is only 105. I had a couple of accidental door openings during the test, which dropped the room temperature. But even with those interruptions, the 500 square foot garage temperature climbed from 38 to a comfortable 54 Fahrenheit. The heater performed beautifully. But the most critical factor is the safety to our custom panel. Let's look at the thermal data on the fire barrier. The exhaust pipe before the steel shield was over 300 degrees. This is the high heat we need to manage. The curtain rod bracket and the 99-cent steel plate, the parts directly hit by radiant heat, only reach 105 and 101. The 4-layer aluminum foil never exceed 87. Crucially, the plywood wood panel remained at a safe maximum of, for context, 73 is just slightly warmer than average room temperature. I was even able to touch the panel inside and outside comfortably and safely. This design absolutely works, proving that with the right heat shield, the combination of the steel plate, air gap, and multi-layer foil, there is zero risk of fire. This removable window panel is the best way I have found to run a portable diesel heater indoors. By venting the combustion air intake outside, we eliminate any negative pressure issues and ensure a clean, efficient burn, which extends the life of the heater. By using a straight-through bracket and a simple layered heat shield, we created a fire-safe, low-cost, and non-permanent solution. When winter is over, the panel simply slides out, the panel is window closed, and you are left with no holes or permanent structures. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more DIY projects. Let me know in the comments below if you have a better way to use a portable diesel heater. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in my next project.